My dear students, once again I welcome you all to my channel, Abrar Sir classes. Today we'll be seeing some important problems on the chapter Newton's laws of motion. This is part 6 of the video. Kindly do visit the previous videos also so that you can understand all the problems clearly. This is the first problem. It is saying a chain has 5 rings. The mass of each ring is 0.1 kg. This chain is pulled upwards by a force F producing an acceleration of 2.5 meter per second square in the chain. Then the force of action reaction on the joint of second and third ring from the top. How many rings are there? 5 rings are there in a chain. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And mass of each ring is how much? 0.1 kg is given. Okay, and it is pulled by a force F. Okay, and what is the acceleration? Acceleration is also given, that is A is equal to 2.50 meters per second square. Now what they are asking, you are supposed to asking you are supposed to calculate. What they are asking is the force of action reaction on the joint of second and third ring from the top. Okay, now what I will do, I will cut this chain here. Okay, second and third ring from the top. Second and third ring from the top. What does it mean? First, let me write like this. If I cut here, okay, what I am going to write, I can write like this. M plus M is how much? This is M, this is M, this is M, this is M, this is M. Okay, mass of each ring is M, 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 M. Therefore, if I cut it here, this will be how much? 2M. Okay, and this is F is there, and this will be 3M. Now, okay, what is the weight here? Weight will be 2 mg, and weight will be how much? 3 mg. You are supposed to, and this is acceleration. Yes, you are supposed to calculate this tension. Okay, this tension you are supposed to calculate this tension. I have told you always that tension should be shown away from the block. You should give the tension. Okay, this tension, not take the tension. Okay, away from this block, away from this block. Understood? Now you are supposed to calculate this tension. How can you calculate? This is 2 mg, weight is 2 mg, weight is 3 mg, tension T is there. Now let us calculate tension. I will apply Newton's laws of motion to this particular block. Okay, now what is चलाने वाला minus रोकने वाला? चलाने वाला, it is in direction of T, is in the direction of A. Therefore T minus रोकने वाला is which one? Minus 3 mg. Very good. चलाने वाला minus रोकने वाला is equal to mass into acceleration. That is, mass is how much? 3m into A. From here I can calculate tension. T is equal to how much? 3 mg plus of 3 m. Okay, hope you have understood. I have cut here and I have connected a string. Okay, I am supposed to calculate the tension in this string. Okay, after cutting, I have connected one string so that our problem becomes very easy. This tension you are supposed to calculate T. Okay, then the force of action reaction on the joint of second and third ring from the top we are calculating. The force is nothing but tension. Okay, T is equal to 3 into how much is M? 0.1 into 10 plus 3 into 0.1 into 2.5. That is equal to how much? 10 into 1 into 3 plus of multiply this one. How much you are going to get? Plus of 0.1 into 0.3 into 2.5. T is equal to 3 plus 325.75 you are going to get. T is equal to 3.75 Newton is the, let us see the answers. 3.69, because how much we have taken? G we have taken what? 10 meters per second square. That's why we are getting like this. If you take G is equal to what? 9.8 meters per second square. Here if you substitute, you are going to get how much? Tension is equal to 3.69 Newton. That is one and the same, not a problem. Just difference of 0.2. Hope you understood. We'll go to the next sum. In this problem, they are saying that an 80 kg man stands on a spring balance in an elevator. Okay, one elevator is there. This is an elevator. Okay, there is an 80 kg man stands on a spring balance. Okay, this is a spring balance in an elevator. Okay, how much is the mass of this person? M is equal to how much? 80 kg. Okay, 80 kg. Here definitely mg will be there. Okay, when it starts to move, the scale reads how much? 700 newtons. The scale reads how much? 700 newtons. This is N. Okay, normal reaction. How much is that? 700 newtons. What is the acceleration of the elevator? Which is more? This is C. Mg will be how much? Mg will be 80 into 10 is 800 newtons. How much is N? Normal reaction is shown upwards. Normal reaction. N is equal to how much? 700. Which is greater? 800 or 700? 800. Therefore, acceleration will be downwards. A will be what? Downwards. A will be what? Downwards. Now, apply what? Newton's laws of motion. You will get the answer. Okay. Whenever you have A down, you are supposed to write N is equal to mg minus A. Okay. When A is what? Downwards. A is downwards. How? Just see here. Mg. Okay. Now चलाने वाला minus रोकने वाला. चलाने वाला means, okay. Let us. चलाने वाला means mg, because mg is in the direction of A. चलाने वाला minus रोकने वाला is equal to mass into mass of this person. Okay. And acceleration. Then from here, if you write, what you can write? N is equal to what? Mg minus of ma. That is equal to what? N is equal to mg minus of a. Same thing you are going to get. Okay, this you remember. A downwards means if A is, let us say if A is upwards. If A is upwards, remember the formula. If A is upwards, N is equal to mg plus of A. Okay. Now, what you are supposed to calculate? Acceleration you are supposed to calculate. N is how much? N they have given 700 is equal to, m is how much? 80. G is how much? 10 they have given. 10 minus A I do not know. Okay, that is equal to 700 is equal to 800 minus 80 A. Then A will be equal to how much? A will be equal to 800. I can write this as what? I can send this on the left hand side. 800 minus 700 divided by 80. A is equal to 100 by 80. 0, 0 gets cancelled. A is equal to how much? 1.25 meter per second square. And it is downwards. And it is what? Downwards. 1.25 meter per second square downwards. This is the right answer. Hope you have understood this one. Okay. I told you to remember normal reaction. N is equal to mg minus A. When A is what? Downwards. When A is upwards, you are supposed to remember this formula. Okay. This is the normal reaction. Okay. This is what? When it starts to move, the scale reads 700 newtons. Okay. N is equal to. Next problem. a lift of mass 100 kg starts moving from rest in the upward direction. Okay, you have a lift of mass how much? 100 kg. Okay, mass is how much? 100 kg. Figure shows the variation of speed of the lift. Okay, this is what? It is accelerating. Acceleration is how much? 0. Acceleration is 0 here. Let us say a2 is equal to 0 because v velocity is constant, because velocity is constant. Velocity is constant because velocity is constant. Here, how much is a1? How to calculate a1? A1 is what? See, what is slope of VT graph? I will write it here. Slope of velocity time graph is what? Gives what? Acceleration. Gives what? Acceleration. That is a1 is equal to what? Tan theta 1. Here theta 1. Okay, this is how much? This is 4 y axis. This is 2. Right, this is 2. This is how much? 4. And this is how much? 2. Tan theta 1 is equal to what? 4 by 2. That is 4 by 2 is how much? 2 meters per second square. Very good. A1 is equal to what? Plus, because it is accelerating. Plus, okay, positive slope. 2 meters per second square. Right. A2 is 0. What about A3? A3 is again, this is theta 2 I will write. Okay. A3 is how much? A3 is tan theta. Okay, let me write theta 3 to avoid confusion. Okay, this is theta 3 I will write. Okay, theta 3. How much is tan theta 3? That is equal to, how much is this? This is also 4 and this is how much? That is 1. Okay, I know it is a negative slope. Minus opposite 4 by 1 is how much? 4 by 1 is how much? Minus of 4 meter per second square. Okay. Now, okay, A is positive. This is called acceleration. A1 is what? Acceleration here. A1 is acceleration. A2 is 0. What is A3? A3 is retardation. A3 is retardation. Okay. Now let us calculate what tensions they are asking. If T1, T2, T3 stand for tension in the rope from 0 to 2 seconds. Okay. That is 2 to 6, 6 to 7 respectively. Then you are supposed to calculate what? T. This is moving in upward direction. If the lift is moving up in upward direction, what is T is equal to? I have told you m to g plus of a. G plus of a. Now to calculate T1, T1 is equal to m g plus of a1. How much is T2 is equal to m g plus of, okay, m g plus of a2. Okay, here a2 is not at all there. Okay, a2 is not there. Therefore, I can write T2 is equal to just mg itself. Okay, m into g plus of 0. T2 is equal to just mg. I can write. What is T3 is equal to m g Here I will write plus A3 to make you understand G plus of A2. Okay, now we'll substitute the values. Since the lift is moving upwards, T is equal to mg plus A. I have written in place of K, I am writing A1, A2 and A3. Now we'll substitute the values. How much is T1? T1 is equal to m into G plus of A1. How much is m? They have given 100. Okay, 100 kg. 100 into 10 plus of how much is A1? 2. That is 1200 Newton. How much is T2? T2 is what? M into G plus of A2. A2 is how much? 0. Therefore, M into G. M into 100 into G is how much? That is equal to 1000 Newton. How much is T3? T3 is equal to M into G plus of A3. A3 is what? Negative, retardation. But it is going upwards only. M into G is how much? We will substitute the values. 100 into G is how much? 10 minus of A3 is how much? 4. Okay. That is equal to 100 into 6. That is equal to 600 Newton. Hope you understood. Since the lift is moving upwards, tension is equal to what? M into G plus of A. Whether it is okay, accelerating or retarding, that is not important. You have to write G plus A. Now A1 is positive, accelerating. A2 is 0, velocity is constant. A3 is what? Negative, because it's retarding, but still it is going upwards only. Now we are supposed to find the ratio. Okay, T1 is to T2 is to T3. That is equal to how much is T1? 1000 is to how much is T2? No. T1 is 1200. Okay, T1 is 1200. T2 is 1000 is to how much is T3? 600. Now divide this by 100. 12 is to 10 is to 6. Again divide it by 2. 6 is to 5 is to 3. T1 is to T2 is to T3 is 6 is to 5 is to 3. This is the right answer. Hope you understood. 2 to 3 things we are learning here. Slope of VT graph, use what? Acceleration. How to calculate A1? A1 is equal to tan theta 1. You will get the answer. Okay, that is 4 by 2. Opposite by adjacent, perpendicular by base. Okay, you will get 2 plus A2 is nothing. Now I have taken this is theta 3. Okay, A3 is equal to tan theta 3. Okay, that gives the slope, negative slope. Therefore, I am writing minus here. So this is calculation of A1, A2, A3, and only one formula. How to calculate tension if the lift is going upwards? T is equal to mg plus of A. Calculate A1, A2, A3, that already we have calculated. Just substitute and get the answer. And now you should know how to simplify the ratios. Here first divided by 100 and divided by 2, you will get the answer. Students, hope you understood. You might have enjoyed these sums. If you like this sum, if you like this video, kindly share the videos with your friends. Ask doubts in the comment box. Do not forget to subscribe for my channel and like the video. I wish you all the best for your KCET, NEET and IIT JEE examinations. Thanks for watching my online video class.